Hey guys, Spectre here. Welcome to some more Total War Warhammer. Continuing our Fat Boy Greases campaign. We are going to be attacking in this episode. We will definitely get to attack. And if you guys are new around here, please drop me a sub. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can apply for the YouTube partner program. If you guys would help me get there, I'd really appreciate it. We are putting in some serious fucking effort at trying to get my dream off the ground. It's weird as well to think of that it's a dream I've had since I was 5 years old. That's 33 years I've had that dream. Obviously, when I first wanted to be essentially what I saw as at the time was like a full-time gamer, it wasn't possible. It didn't exist. It didn't exist for a long time because there was no YouTube, there was no Twitch. They didn't exist when I was 5. They came out much later on. So at the time when I wanted to do it, it actually wasn't possible. It was an impossible dream. And it only became possible with platforms like YouTube, Twitch, now Kick, I suppose Facebook Gaming. I'm not sure exactly how Facebook Gaming works and if it's in the same sort of way or capacity. And when I say I mean I don't know how it works, I don't know how it works monetization wise. I don't know if you can actually make a living off of it. Because at the end of the day, that's the whole point, is to do it as a full-time career. And you've got to be able to make sufficient money. It's actually become a lot harder on Twitch because the majority of people on Twitch now, unless you're like fucking like top 1% or 2% or something on Twitch, you're earning almost nothing. So the large portion of people streaming on there are just wasting their time. And thankfully that's something I figured out a while back. So I switched to a platform that has much better prospects and also respects more of my time. And you haven't just got like 1 or 2 ways to monetize and then Twitch go and take half your revenue. I mean, at least here you get 55% of the ad revenue, they get 45%, and you get 70% of like a join button membership and they take 30%. You used to be able to get that on Twitch until Twitch got greedy, and now you only get 50-50, which I was already getting as an affiliate. And to try and get enough consistent income through, well, what your subscribers on Twitch, as opposed to join button members on YouTube, for you to be able to generate enough at 50-50, you would have to get thousands, or at least over 8,000, but I think more so thousands, to earn decent income. And the only way you're going to do that is if you've realistically got thousands of viewers. So even if you're at like 1,000 viewers a stream, you're not doing Twitch full time. Not off Twitch alone. You'd have to have other revenue streams to be able to do it. It just wouldn't be possible. We're not just wanting to declare war yet, are we? He's 10 and 10. Kugath's back over here. I know he is, or at least an army is. He took this. Yeah, he's got merge presence every 20. Yeah, he's got a 20 stack there. There's not going to see me coming. Me and my big chunky ogres. We're going to have literally a fat off. It's going to be Fat Man versus Fat Demon. Or Fat Ogre. Weird to think that Greece has made the move from the Mountains of Morn all the way to the Empire to join Karl Franz in the fight against the end times. It was the right thing to do, don't get me wrong, because obviously you can't credit And go, what? We don't have a channeling stance. I thought they'd given channeling stance now to every single faction, so you could combat this crap. Marvellous. So I've got literally an ogre butcher who's going to be fucking useless. Marvellous. Bloody marvellous. Why have we not got a channeling stance? Or something that resembles it, even if they put it into like your encampment stance or your raiding stance, because I know some factions have merged it into like another stance. I'd be fine with that, but you need to have one. So you can combat even if you get like -10 winds of magic or something. Otherwise how are you supposed to get any? And having 20 winds of magic, which is like usually like your base, you're not going to cast much with that with your spellcaster. Especially when some spells can cast almost 20 winds in a single spell.
The savage nomad. Burning wonder.
Well, he's got block armor. So what I'll do is I'll keep him as a scout.
Hunter.
So they've got block armor and he's got assassinate. Well, that's got plague though. What's going off here? And I say, do not tell me to put that bug back in when it freezes on one faction. I'll be super annoyed. I'm sick of all the goddamn bugs in this game. I really am.
Beast killer. Dragon.
That's why at some point in the not too distant future, just so you guys know as well, I will be adding other strategy content to the strategy time slot in the morning, the 10 AM stuff. So there is another turn-based strategy game coming out called Solium Infernum, which I do want to play. I'm not sure if there's just like one faction to play through as, or if you play through as several, but I'm going to play through that, so I'll do that alongside a Total War Warhammer 3 campaign. And then there is a game coming out, I think it's called Stormgate, and it's a real-time strategy game from a bunch of real-time strategy developers, some from Warcraft before it became World of Warcraft, some from StarCraft 2, some from Age of Empires. He's getting his ass kicked. Well, at least he won't be attacking me anytime soon. Keeps him out of my fucking way. So that means I ain't going to put that camp up there I was going to put up there. So I was thinking of putting a camp here to prevent him. But since he's giving non-aggression, that's fine. So what I'll do then instead, I'll put one here. So it's on the entrance into this. Next turn we can attack. Ooh. Yeah, I don't need to upgrade that. No, I don't need that. And we don't need that, no. So that campment is done. It's finished. So the only thing I might need to do with that is recruit. Recruit my lord that I've already recruited, Roughgut. Recruit him and get him to bring units down from there to the encampment that I'm going to put down here. And then he can stick basically this garrison in there and that can recruit another. Right. That means this turn we can attack. It's turn 100. They've had their 100 turns to get ready for me. Here comes Greasus. Big boy Greasus. Tell you something that people don't really look at and credit enough. He's got 2 Noblars, which are basically as small as a fucking goblin. So they're probably about 3.5, 4 feet tall. How the fuck do they push a fast shit round like Greasus? I know the thing that is on his own wheels, but that's the biggest ogre tyrant in existence in history. This fucker must weigh a ton and a half. If not more.
Let's not allow pleasantries to delay more beneficial discussion.
We'll do it next turn when we catch your attack.
Wandering hunter.
So I'll get a save because it's turn 100. Now basically we can play the game as normal. All the 100 turn head start restrictions have been removed. We are free to just go about our business as a regular, aggressive, hungry ogre. I always get stuck on whatever faction 19 is. Whatever faction 19 now, they must have a big fucking empire because they're taking a long ass time on their turn. Right, I ain't got a damaging spell, has he? No. We'll put one into that as well, so we have a damaging spell. I'm going to max out the buff spell though. $32,000 there, offering. Right, anyway. Me do my thing.
The Celestial Blacksmith. Let's not allow pleasantries to delay more beneficial discussion.
Oh, I'll get paid more for it this turn as well. Nice. Defensive alliance, that's good. And then that one will just come in time. As I said, I've never been friends with the caffeines before in this campaign, so this is a different approach for me. Okay, fair enough. That's good. What the hell am I increasing on? Doing these, aren't we? Man-eaters, and then we need to do, yeah, riders, don't we? Yeah, the riders, yeah. I had to sack it first just because it's worth a lot of money and it's worth sacking with greasers. Yeah, he gets income from sacking and looting plus 50%, and then I think we've got the research as well, so that's like 75% more from sacking. So at this point now, I want to be sacking everything before I occupy it. It means they'll be a bit lower level, but we've got to bear in mind that these aren't cities for us. These are just tiny little towns. What we care about is our camps. Our camps what matter. And they can't be occupied, they can only be destroyed. So you don't want to lose a fight with an encampment, unless it's like a temporary one. Because sometimes you can put down temporary ones if your food's running low or something like that, or if you might take attrition. Because the bulk of attrition you won't take if you've got an encampment in the area. But obviously placing them is 2,000 a time. So not yet. I just trained war against Nurgle. Let me deal with Nurgle first, because that fucker's up top. And if I ain't got an army up there, I've just got my encampment. If they come in with a lot of armies, I might struggle. Although saying that, I can now put as many encampments down as I want. give me them ones, so I'll get the armour from man-eaters, but then I think we'll come down here for this. We've also got treasure rewards there. That one we don't need. So I mean, that's what I mean. They put these ones up here for ogre balls. At this point in your tech tree, of which you're now into what, the third part of 4. So you're heading into the 75% range of your tech tree. You're not recruiting early game units anymore. You've got scrap collectors here for Noblar's and Noblar's scrap launcher. Again, you're not recruiting. The only thing you might take maybe is the artillery if you want it. But they don't fit well with an ogre army. Because ogre armies don't give a toss about ranged. They're a melee faction. So things like that and that should be at the front. Same with this one as well, Iron Guts. Iron Guts you might still recruit because some people might take them in Greasus' army. But personally, I think it should be down there. And if it's going to be anywhere, at the latest, it should be in the second tree, not in the third. This wants to be man-eaters, your cavalry and your big units onwards. There's no reason for anything else to be up here. People buying those units just aren't playing the faction right. Giant took another chunk of health.
Spoils nice and shiny. Boss of bosses. The exile. Seeking game. Stalking. The over tyrant. Ogre tyrant.
Well, these shouldn't be a problem at the moment anyway. Let's bring this scout down here. It's not even who I thought it was.
I erupt. Praise the volcano. Try blood.
6 more melee attack and defense. They're getting 6% weapon strength at the moment. Nice. You've got to think of man-eaters as kind of like a bit like unarmoured chaos trolls, but they've got better leadership. They don't have generation though, but they is in place of having like high armour and regeneration, which makes armoured chaos trolls tanky. These have got really high melee attack and defense stats, and they're really high leadership. And then of course, what they've both got in common is they're both armour piercing weapon damage. So they can kill basically anything. But they've got stats in the 50s and 90 odd leadership. So they're not fleeing. But like your armoured chaos trolls might have anything from 80 to say 110 armour. Oh, I can't check it in that stance. Fair enough. But yeah, I've got all these to sack. And then I can move that way. I can go help Kathy.
Fire and metal. Continue working.
Miao Ying, enter.
Yeah, see, he's gotten stronger, but he has lost the territory. He's gone from 10 to 9. I think it's more Lokia than anything. Or maybe him. Or Zartan's there. See, I actually don't mind that. Because Zartan's actually shit. Because his armor's garbage. Because he's got to get to like 20% health before he gets a 30% ward save. It's actually really bad. I don't think any item in the game should have that effect. Where the unit's got to be dying to get a ward save. That's stupid. The whole point of something that's protective is to give you that before you die. Basically. Ooh. Ah, okay. So instead I can do that. But obviously if you get -5 at all, it's going to bottom out at 0. So you need either to be even at 0 or in a positive for that to actually work. And if it's a -10, there's no point using it. We've got a lot of things to sack around here.
My gut is law. I'll eat this old stinking wolf. Fire belly on the move.
I will.
Oh god, Uncle for Uncle's here. Yeah, I don't want to bring that load down near at the moment to make an encampment there yet. I want to deal with this and see how they respond. I might build them a temporary encampment if the food goes down too low. But at the moment we're okay. As long as I don't get the freezing thing that happened on the Azazel campaign, because that was hell of annoying. And having to fight the same battle 4 fucking times. I wasted so much time on trying to do that one recording. All because C just patched things so fucking frequently. I'll actually be glad when they've released all the content for Warhammer 3 and they stop patching the game. Because then at least I know none of our saves will be out of date. The giant always takes a metric shit ton of damage. Which is really weird. And the thing is, he'd probably be one of the last ones into combat. Because you've got all the cavalry that be in first, all the Ogs are faster than him, these are faster than him. I'm pretty sure Greasus is. Speed you up, Fatboy Greasus. He's at 42. He's at 54. The giant is at 39. Yes, even Greasus would make it into combat before him.
The over tyrant. Mine.
Just want to know what I'm walking into, if anything.
Gets me what I want. More meat for my grinder.
And see, I think with this as well, this is another thing. The Moorgate camp, obviously you've got this tyrant who hasn't got like a skill tree, which he should probably have. Then he could passive level up. And I think one of the things he should have is a way to like passively give experience to the encampment. Because these units have no way to gain experience otherwise, apart from being attacked. But that means they're always being attacked while they're low rank, which is a bit annoying.
There's no gun. Whatever I decide, there's a job for lesser tyrants.
I gained half my giant's health. What? How?
Racist. The shockingly obese.
See, this kind of feels for the giant. It feels like when you used to auto-resolve when you had artillery in your army. And the artillery are the ones that got wiped out. And it's like, how? How would they get wiped out? They're at the back of my army. The enemy army would have to go through my army to get to them. They wouldn't get anywhere near the artillery. Remember, they used to do that and then they changed it. It's the same thing with the giant. The things that go into combat first, if they want to do it that way, should be based on their speed. In which case, he would be last. So by the time he gets to combat, these are already all in combat. And probably bulk of the enemy army is probably dead. Or if not, at least not in very good shape. While being pounded on by giant ogres. Right, well that's 2 of them taken. I think what I'll do is I'll come down here first and take all this. Take all his starting stuff. That's 16k. That's another 13k. That's 27. That's another 11,000 there. These are all worth sacking. 25,000 there as well. That's nice. And there's 7,000 there. So I can sack all these, and then I can also then occupy that. And then I'll build an encampment here, and we'll get this other bloke set up, and we'll start going. He's avoiding me. He's going for him. Hopefully, these can hold him off. They've got a good, strong garrison. And there's another army there. And I'm seeing Nurglings in his army still, which is a mistake, because Nurglings are absolutely fucking garbage. Even if you take them in Kugath's army, they're still garbage. They're just not good. But then again, all demons are kind of shit in their own way. Demons are laughable. And demons should have a massive advantage really against most mortal armies, but they don't. They're actually weaker than mortal armies. Right, I'm going to leave this part here. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. If you're new, please subscribe. You might see 2 of the videos on your screen. If you've not watched them, you want to, some extra content there for you to watch. There's a playlist at the top of the description for this series, if you want to watch the entire series. And have a great day, and I will catch you all in the next video. Take care everyone, I'll speak to you all soon.